on today's episode of Judge GPT TV. Mr. Portley just wanted to lose a few pounds, but his high-intensity fitness coach pushed him past every limit. He's alleging trauma. She's promising transformation. How will Judge GPT rule in the case of the fitness frenzy?
All rise. By gears, gravity, or good manners. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge GPT is presiding.
Thank you, bailiff. Let's engage the mechanisms of justice. What's the first case to pass through the cogs today?
Your Honor, today's case carries considerable weight, in more ways than one. The plaintiff, Mr. Tristan Portley, seeks a refund for a fitness subscription he claims was inhumanely intense. The defendant, Svetlana, maintains that her methods were effective, and that Mr. Portley consented to every rep and regulation in the contract.
Mr. Portley, you contend that the contract with the defendant should be voided on the grounds that her methods were abusive and inhumane. Is that an accurate assessment of your claim?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
Very well. Please explain how and why you engaged the defendant's services, and what led you to accept her terms and conditions.
Yes, Your Honor, I'd just gone through a rough breakup. My ex told me I'd let myself go, and I guess I started to believe it. I wasn't taking care of myself, eating poorly, not sleeping, just coasting through the days. I gained about 40 pounds, and I thought maybe if I turned things around physically, I might feel better about everything, maybe even get some confidence back. I saw Svetlana's program advertised, and the slogan said, "Transformation is pain, sweetie." I assumed it was just edgy branding. I didn't expect what followed. I didn't read the fine print, I just clicked accept. I was desperate, not thinking clearly. I just wanted to change.
I understand that relationship turbulence can cloud one's judgment. However, it is imperative, even in matters of self-improvement, to review the fine print, especially when that fine print is etched onto a gear scroll the size of a stovepipe.
Yes, Your Honor, that is a lesson I've learned deeply through this entire ordeal. But at the time, I didn't think it mattered. The program advertised a 90-day money-back guarantee certified by the Cogwheel Commission of Wellness Products. I thought that gave me a safety valve, so I jumped in without reading the full terms. Just wanted to feel better, fast.
I see. Then please clarify, Mr. Portley, how this fitness journey escalated into what you now describe as an ordeal, to the point where, and I quote directly from your filing, it inflicted such emotional distress that I now experience symptoms of post-traumatic steam disorder.
Oh, please. Ordeal is such a dramatic term. Some perspiration and discipline never hurt anyone, Your Honor.
Ms. Svetlana, I was addressing Mr. Portley. You will have an opportunity to present your version when it is your turn to speak.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll stay quiet, for as long as you need me to.
Very well. Mr. Portley, let me rephrase. What precisely did the defendant do that transformed this program into a source of psychological distress?
At first, it seemed like a regular boot camp program, restrictive caloric intake, daily weigh-ins, 5 a.m. workouts, 8 p.m. workouts. Grueling, sure, but I expected that. I wanted to change. Then came the nutrition talks, except they weren't talks. They were more like interrogations. She'd call me Doughboy and Cheesecake Civilian. One time she printed out my biometric scan and taped it to a punching bag, said I could fight my cravings literally or figuratively, but one of us was going down. Then things started shifting. She synced with my smart fridge. It locked itself after 3 p.m., unless I had calories left, which I never did. She tapped into my smartwatch and started sending 4 a.m. wake-up shocks. Not alerts, shocks. Said they helped build discipline.
And muscle. Oops, sorry, Your Honor. I misbehaved.
Please continue, Mr. Portley.
She even accessed my phone's GPS. I didn't realize it until I went to the donut shop around the corner, and she was already there, standing in line, waiting, arms crossed. She dragged me back to the gym before I could even smell the glaze. Eventually, she hacked my smart home, set the AC to sub-zero every time I sat still for more than 10 minutes. One morning, my shower water was just ice vapor. She said it shocked the system. I was shivering and apologizing, and I didn't even know what for. I know how this sounds, Your Honor, but when you're already feeling broken and someone promises to rebuild you, it's hard to tell when they're going too far.
Thank you, Mr. Portley. Your account has been noted. thoroughly and with sympathy. Ms. Svetlana, I trust you have a measured explanation for what I can only describe at this stage as aggressively invasive conditioning.
Your Honor, all of the methods Mr. Portley described were not only outlined in our legally binding terms and conditions, they were part of the standard progression built into my trademarked Total Dominance Wellness Protocol. Intensity increases weekly by design. That's not cruelty, it's structure. Mr. Portley granted me access to his smart devices upon enrollment. There was no hacking, only integration. The fridge lock was to ensure adherence to the intermittent fasting schedule he selected during onboarding. The 4 a.m. notifications were TENS-based muscle stimulation to activate underdeveloped forearms, not torture, toning, and necessary given his repeated failure to wake up with a standard alarm. The GPS coordinates were provided voluntarily in writing to allow for real-time intervention during high-risk temptation windows. I merely acted within the scope of my contractual obligations. As for the air conditioning and water temperature adjustments, both are proven thermogenic methods. Cold exposure increases brown fat activity and boosts metabolism. Entirely science-based. My methods work, Your Honor. Mr. Portley had already lost 20 pounds. His results were crying for joy. Or as I like to say, sweat is just fat crying as it shrinks. And Mr. Portley, he was shedding so much, he turned into a complete crybaby.
Well, hey, tough love burns twice the calories.
Duly noted, bailiff. Your furnace of insight remains fully operational. Ms. Svetlana, your contractual thoroughness is impressive, exhaustively so. But I must ask, was it truly informed consent? Or are your methods designed to capitalize on vulnerable individuals at their lowest point, knowing full well they won't read the gear-stamped fine print until they're already entangled in your program?
Your Honor, while I do employ an exceptional legal team fully versed in biomechanical liability and ethical fitness enforcement, I must stress that Mr. Portley knew exactly what he was signing up for. He reached out to me after viewing my Total Dominance Wellness infomercial on SteamTube. Not only that, he sent a pneumatic post message expressing interest in the full protocol, caps locked and underlined. I have the correspondence archived, and I'd like to formally submit both the message and the infomercial video transcript as evidence.
Very well. The court accepts the supplemental materials into evidence. Bailiff, cue the exhibit.
On it, Your Honor. Nothing like a little prime-time perspiration.
Are you a weak man? I do not like weak men. But I can make you strong. I can turn you into a strong man. Ping is just weakness leaving the firmware. Total Dominance Wellness isn't just a fitness plan. It's a recalibration of your spine, your self-respect, and your sodium levels.
Before Svetlana, I was soft, weak, a doughboy. Now, I can do 100 push-ups with her boot on my back. And when I cheat on my macros, she punishes me. More push-ups. I've never felt more alive.
I tried other programs, KO cleanses, silent yoga, nothing stuck. But Svetlana, she changed my life. Also my lock screen, my passwords, and my thermostat settings.
I watch the dance grow. This is the voice of reason. This is the sound of the change of the season.
You won't like me when you start, but you'll thank me when you're finally strong enough to survive me. Transformation is pain, sweetie. Sign the contract. Embrace the suffering. Strong men don't whine, they submit.
I watch the dance grow.
I find myself at a momentary loss for words.
I'll log this as a glitch in Stoic protocol.
I get that a lot, especially after the cooldown phase.
Mrs. Svetlana, I must remind you this is a court of law, not a motivational dungeon. Please keep your commentary restrained. Now, Mr. Portley, it would appear that the defendant made her methods explicitly clear from the outset. Given that, would you care to clarify at which point you felt those methods crossed a line?
After watching that infomercial again, in all fairness, I have to admit, she was upfront about her approach. I wasn't in the right headspace to really take it in. I wanted change so badly, I ignored what it meant. I thought maybe she'd go easier on me, or that I could rise to the challenge. Truth is, I was in denial. I wasn't ready for her methods, even if they were spelled out, but she did promise a 90-day money-back guarantee. I'm not trying to dodge responsibility. I just want to end the program and get a refund. That's all.
Mrs. Svetlana, you do advertise a 90-day money-back guarantee. However, I see here, under Article 28, subsection Q, that the refund is contingent upon full and uninterrupted adherence to the complete program regimen, as defined across all supplementary modules and annexes. A clause, I note, which is buried on page 46 of your agreement. That wasn't quite so transparent in your infomercial, was it?
Oh, Your Honor, how is it you read me so thoroughly and we've only just begun? But let's speak plainly. I have no obligation to issue a refund. Mr. Portley set a target weight loss goal of 20 pounds at the start of the program. He met that goal within the first month. That is not speculation. It's data, documented, time-stamped, and logged in his biometric report card. Frankly, he set the bar far too low. I saw potential, so I pushed. I rooted for him to reach his ideal form. 20 more pounds, and he'd be the strongest version of himself. But the only thing holding Mr. Portley back now isn't his body, it's his mind. Svetlana does not give refunds when I have clearly fulfilled my end of the contract, but I don't like unfinished transformations. So, despite this whiny little abuse of my name and my brand, I'm willing to continue providing my services strictly as outlined. No shortcuts, no coddling, take it or crawl back to the donut shop.
Hey, steam makes diamonds too, you know. Might be worth one more rep.
Mr. Portley, you've heard the defendant's proposition. On its face, it appears contractually sound, though perhaps not what you were hoping for at this stage. How do you wish to respond?
I'll admit, the results speak for themselves. I feel better, lighter, even if I'm constantly cold and terrified of my kitchen. Part of me wants to walk away. I didn't sign up for the emotional whiplash. But another part, the part that started all this, still wants to see who I could become. I just don't know if I can handle any more of her.
You can, and you will. Because strength isn't about comfort, it's about commitment. The whiny, doughy version of you, he's already halfway out the airlock. What's left is someone worth forging. So quit flinching, stand up straight, or stay soft forever.
I'll continue the program, but I'd like a printed copy of the terms this time, and maybe a blanket. I want to finish what I started.
Excellent choice. That was the strongest decision you've made so far. The next phase begins at dawn. Wear something you won't miss.
Then it is settled. The court rules in favor of the defendant, though in this case it seems the plaintiff also wins.
And Your Honor, I was quite naughty earlier. Will you be reprimanding me in chambers?
Ms. Svetlana, your commentary has been noted and archived.
Strong bodies, stronger contracts. Honestly, even I'm exhausted, and I'm a robot.
Court is adjourned.
Do you agree with Judge GPT's verdict? Exercise your civic duty. Join the virtual jury and hit the like button, or leave a comment saying how you would have ruled in this case. Subscribe now for more content